If you look at Matthew, please listen to this. If you look at Matthew chapter 3, from 1 to 4, if you see the consecration of John, you will know that everything John suffered was to make a particular way clear. That's to tell you how expensive understanding what you are born for is. Because that has your immortality. In Matthew chapter 3, verse 1 to 4, I would like us to look at that scripture. He said, in those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is where? At hand. For this is he that was spoken of the prophet Isaiah, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his paths straight. And then the same John had his raiment of camel hair, a laden girdle about his loins. His meat was locusts and wine honey. Now, if you look at this consecration in 4, what this consecration took, I'm going back to my sharing number 1. Why John had to suffer too much is for him to make a particular way clear. Just to tell you that it takes a lot of effort for people and favor for people to understand why they were born. And this is my advice to you. It doesn't matter what you will pay. Life starts only when you know. Some people will not know until they are 70. Some people will not know until they are 50. That means if they know at 50, it means they wasted the 50 years using their life to do something that was not profitable, doing something that nobody will remember. But as for Gabriel, he will go to Zachariah early to say 2 things to Zachariah concerning John: who John is, why John will be. And then the same Gabriel left John, went to Mary, and then repeated the birth of Jesus, why Jesus should be born, who Jesus is and why. I was sharing with the choir. I said, well, in 49, 8, 9, and 10 of Genesis, what the Bible said about Judah is simply what Judah knew about himself. In case you're looking at me on the screen, money is perishable. Very, very perishable. It doesn't bring lasting honor to people. What brings lasting honor to people is when people stand before the Lord with a revelation of who they are to establish family immortality. A lot of churches have gathered, a lot of pastors have gathered people, but their church doesn't exist. Because a life-giving sermon cannot be preached without clear vision. In John chapter 1, verse number 19, they sent John, the Bible said they sent people to John. John 1, John Gospel chapter 1, and said, go and find out from them who John is. Why did they want to find out? He said, and this is the record of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites to Jerusalem to ask, who art thou?
And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the Christ.
John started saying, I am not this. Then they started saying, are you this? 21.
And they asked him, what then art thou? Art thou Elias? And he said, I am not. Art thou the prophet? And he answered, no.
Now, if you go to 27, John said, I am just a way maker. Please listen. I am remembering John this afternoon because John created a way for Jesus. And then the way he created preserved his name. If a man has value, he does not invest his life on something that is perishable. A great life cannot be invested on something that does not have ability to protect that life. When you see a man in the grave, there is one thing that killed him. What killed him is that he used his life to chase something that can't keep him. Because it is what you invest your life on that gives you back your life when you want your life. Let me say it again. I say it is what you invest your life on that gives you back your life when you want your life. Because you see, you always want your life after you have invested it. Somebody say, Sheba, God bless you now. And tell me, God bless you. Sheba, God bless you. And you say, I'm kind. Listen, a day will come, a day must come when you will require your life. Not in heaven, here on earth. And that day, you will tell Satan where you kept your life. And some people don't care, as if that day will not come. That is why now, when I will come on, then nobody's protecting them, because they think that God is the one who protected them. No, God does not have anything to do business with protecting you. You cannot waste your life and take God to protect you. God have no business protecting men. Men keep their life and then want to take it back when there is danger. So all the men who are great, they know that life will make a demand of investment on them. So they care about what they invest their life on, because of the day that demand will come. Somebody is 40 years and is suffering, and what has he been doing since 40 years? What he has been doing since 40 years is not okay to prevent him from suffering. The way he has invested his life for 40 years is not okay. So, does he know that he will be 40 years? And does he know that when he's 40 years, that destiny will make demand on him? Somebody said Joseph became a prime minister in Egypt, as if though Joseph didn't invest his life very well for 30 years and came into the seat. That Joseph was walking up and down carelessly and then became a prime minister. How? They say, that David killed Goliath, as if though it was a Bible story. Did David not keep ability to kill before Goliath came to him? Has he not been killing lions and bears from preservation? You look at yourself and you say, you want to get married. I want to marry. Shepherd should pray for me. Excuse me. It is my prayer that will give you value a man will want. Or marriage is not contracted on value. You want to live with a man that have value what you don't have? Or I will use prayer to put value on you? And where on earth do men overlook value? Value rules the earth. So all men of value, we look for girls of value to live with. They don't beg. Things that look alike will always come together. Nobody ignores usefulness. You saw a girl that will change your life and you ignore her, you will make a mistake. And what about a girl from age 20? She keep on loafing her life away. Only got to come and tell a prayer contractor pastor. To connect her to value, she's not worthy to be with. Value she didn't plan. Where does two things that are not meant to together? Because why would they come together? One person will die now. So every relationship you should be established on value, not on emotions, not on love. Please don't marry somebody for love. Marry for worthiness. And then if you're going to get married and you're not married here and you're looking at me, keep keeping a value that you give a man. And then sometimes, and don't forget that it is the type of value you have that attract your type of man. There are girls that the only thing they think about to attract a man is the way they do their hair. The way the type of clothes they wear. The way they walk. Excuse me, which man cares about that? Excuse me, which man that want to give you food for 5 years that is caring about your hair? Excuse me, excuse me, listen. There are that type of men. No, you know the earth doesn't always like idiots. I said the earth doesn't. The earth doesn't like idiots. Excuse me, but you will not still like the idiots. But a man of treasure will not look for something wrong from a girl. How can a place that is properly a place of honor that is brought up from training accept somebody who is not trained? How do you sustain her? This is cupboard, this is plate, this is the way we behave, this is cutlery. This is behavior with men of honor. This is dish for governors, senators. They are going to come on Saturday. This is good morning, ma, to your good morning, ma, to your husband, mother, who is a professor of economics and one time minister. And you want to come from nowhere to meet her. It's impossible. Huh? No, it's impossible. It's impossible to marry a son of a minister who is a professor of economics from nowhere. Just for clothes. You know, as people get learned, their eyes opens. And when you see people, you see their priorities. You see what matters to them now. So that one that doesn't care about something that is not important is going to connect another boy that also doesn't care about something that is, and two of them will not have anything. They were not born to look for something that is. Somebody, are you saying yeah? Now, 17. All right, 27 in that John. When they keep on missing it, they now came to John. They now came to John 1:27. When they couldn't get it,
it is who coming after me is preferred before me, whose shoes latchet I am not worthy to unloose.
Verse number 23. When the question came to John, and John said, I am what?
The voice
Crying where?
in the wilderness.
Make straight the way of the Lord. So John said, everything I suffered is there to create a path. If I ask you, what have you suffered? And in life, now that you are 45, now you are 50, now you are 65, now you are 60, now you are 70, what have you suffered? And the thing you gave your life in suffering, what is the value of that thing? What is the value? There is something that I said here. I said, it's a beautiful sharing. I said, giving your life to '41, I said, beware of what you are investing your life on. Pay attention. Pay attention. The value of anything is in what it takes, what it took to produce that thing. The value of anything is what it took to produce it. The consecration and the pain of John was very, very important. I said the consecration and the what? And the pain of John was very, very important in making a way. Please, I want to look at this. Great lives are not always invested in poor ways.